Good morning, children. So let us continue with the class. In the previous class, we have discussed until Mediterranean forest, right? So today, let us start with this temperate coniferous forest, which is also called taiga. Where is it? Before we see where is it, let us see what does this word taiga mean. It means pure, untouched in Russian language. And this forest you'll find somewhere between 50-degree north and 70-degree north latitude, and this are mainly found in higher areas, high altitude areas. The areas where you will find this temperate coniferous forest, there's southern Canada, Norway, Sweden, Poland, Finland, and northern Russia. Even at some of the high mountain ranges, you will find those are covered with this coniferous forest, because we know as the higher the altitude, the lesser the temperature. And the type of the type of climate in which this type of forest is found is definitely winter. Winter is cold, whereas summer is short and warm, because this type of forests are found in high altitude areas. And precipitation is mostly in the form of snow. What are the type of plants, crops that you find in this type of forest? That is, in one word, vegetation. Firstly, before we discuss about the different types of vegetation, whatever vegetation grows in this forest, they adapt themselves to survive such type of harsh climate. And the trees are evergreen, tall, and straight. They spread out their roots in a kind of a horizontal manner instead of a vertical, so that they can overcome the problem of this, what you call, frozen subsoil, especially in the winter days. The shape of the branches and this is kind of a conical shaped, okay, needle leaves, and they shed snow and ice regularly without breaking the branches. The shape of these trees or plants, whatever you find out there, it's such that so that they can prevent the loss of moisture. They yield softwood, which is light in wet, and there is no undergrowth. Like some of the trees, softwood trees are spruce, hemlock, fir, pine, cedar, and as I told you, those are tall, straight. And lumbering is also a quite major occupation in this area, and a variety of products like paper, matchstick, newsprint, sports goods, furniture, those are manufactured from this trees which are found in this temperate coniferous forest. And the animals that you'll find in this type of forest are, since it's a weather, cold winter, so mainly furry animals like a beaver, silver fox, sable, polar bear, mink, lynx, and hare are found, whose fur, they protect them from against this harsh cold weather. Also, some of the other common animal that you find is that reindeer, caribou, moose, etc. Next, we have the tropical grassland. Tropical grassland is also known as savanna. Now, this grassland, you'll find them on either side of tropical rainforest between the two tropics. They include a large part of Africa, and that is the reason that they are known as savanna. Savanna, and also you'll find this what you call a parts of South America, where this tropical grassland are, they have a different name in the parts of South America. They are known as campos or elanos. You'll also find this tropical grassland in some of the areas of Deccan Plateau as well as northern Australia. The type of climate that is required for this type of forest is that mainly summer is quite hot and wet. However, winter is dry and also not so cold, but it's warm. And rainfall occurs, somewhere during the 6th to 8th month of the year, say generally from June, right, from June to August, something like that, which is not sufficient for actually the growth of forest. Now, when it comes to vegetation, you'll find tall, coarse grass. That is the main type of vegetation, okay, which may grow somewhere more than 2 meter in height during summer. And these are also called, this tall, coarse grass is also called this elephant grass. It dries up and turns brown in winter. There's a figure given in page number 73, left hand side, figure 8.15. You can have an understanding of how does a tropical grassland looks. So as I told you that it dries up and turns brown in winter, which gives a kind of a, a very the appearance becomes parched, dry, long. But however, they have long roots, and it ensures that the grass survives until the next rainy season. Even though it dries up, it appears to be parched, but it survives somehow. There are some few scattered trees here and there you'll find in the savanna, especially wherever the areas where the rainfall is a little higher. In those type of places, you'll find some of the trees such as baobab. Hmm? I'm not so familiar with the trees, plants, and all, as I told you earlier as well. Even I don't know what type of tree is it, but we'll find out. You, if any one of you get to know, do let me know as well. Okay, how does it look? Now, the vegetation in this area, they adapt itself to the climate, and that is the reason that they're able to withstand the winter drought season. You can say that because, as I told you, page number 72, right hand side, last line: summer is hot and wet, but winter is dry and warm. So, drought, winter drought. Some other trees like this, what do you call the bottle tree or the baobab, they store water inside the trunk, while others like the acacia, they have got small leaves, so that in order to reduce the loss of water. The animals which you will find in this tropical grassland, and if I talk about savanna, like savanna Africa, remember different names. Tropical grassland in south, where is it? Yeah, in Africa, it is called savanna. Some parts of South America, they are known as campos, elanos. Okay, so if I talk about the grassland which is found in Africa, there you'll find various type of species of wildlife. Some of the carnivores like lions, cheetahs, panthers, hyenas, leopards, jackals. They exist side by side along with the other omnivorous animals like a monkey, and also some herbivorous animal as well. You'll be able to find giraffe, zebras, elephants, wild buffaloes, rhinoceros, wild beasts, gazelles, antelopes, and a variety of deer. Some of the bird, okay, bird which cannot fly, flightless bird, you can say that, such as ostrich, mainly in the savanna portion, that is Africa. And if you go to America, you'll find that another flightless bird, what is that? Rhea. Huh? These are the bird which are found. Now, in order to survive the dry season, animals, they either migrate to the forest margin, or they congregate near water holes. Next, we have temperate grassland. Temperate grassland, they lie in the temperate zone somewhere between 25-degree and 55-degree latitude in both the hemisphere, northern as well as southern, but you'll find them in the interior of the continent. The grassland areas, this temperate grassland areas are the prairies of North America, the steppes of Eurasia, the downs of Australia, the pampas of South America, and the high veld of South Africa. These are the areas where you find temperate grassland. And let us see the climate of temperate grassland. The areas where you find temperate grassland, those areas, they experience some sort of extreme temperature with warm summer and cold winter. Rainfall is also not enough for the growth of the trees, and rainfall usually occurs in summer. What are the types of trees that you find? Vegetation. Now, this type of climate, they generally support only grassland. So, therefore, uh, you'll find short, soft grasses, except for a few scattered trees here and there like willow, alder, and poplar. Now, this grassland are practically treeless. Today, this temperate grassland, they mainly used for cattle. Okay, this what you call grazing of cattle, rearing and grazing of cattle, you can say, or for farming sheep. You'll also find some of the crops grown in this area, temperate grassland, such as wheat and corn. These are the main crops which are grown in this area. Underline the important points, okay? And the animals that you find in this area is that like antelopes, giraffe, horses, leopards, rabbit, wolf, wild asses, and also what is that? Marsupials like the kangaroo and the flightless bird emu are found in Australia. Underline, okay? So basically, this you have got more points to take note of. Remember, rather than understanding. In the sense, what I mean is that the name of the birds, the name of the animals, and all. So names you need to memorize the names. Next, we have desert. Deserts occur in area where there is a very little rainfall or scanty rainfall. Okay, now a desert is mainly characterized by the aridity. Now, according to the temperature condition, deserts are classified in three types: tropical desert, temperate desert, and polar desert. So we will see all these three different categories of desert. Am I correct? Tropical desert, temperate, and polar desert. Okay, this is the last topic. Okay, let us start this tropical desert. The tropical deserts are located between the two tropics along the western margin of the continent. And the main tropical deserts are Sahara, Namib, and Kalahari in Africa, the Atacama in South America, the Mojave and the Sonoran in North America, the Arabian, Gobi, and Thar in Asia, and the Great Australian Desert. Okay, these are the tropical desert. Please underline and remember the names. When it comes to climatic condition of the tropical desert, it's quite extreme. Okay, extreme temperatures, and there's since desert, so definitely lack of rainfall, and very climate of, you can say, very hot as well. Now, where there is very little rainfall, where the climate is really hot, so therefore vegetation also, you can say, almost no vegetation. The vegetation is kind of, xerophytic or drought resistant, and therefore they can adapt whatever vegetation you find, whatever is visible, those are adaptable to the hot and dry climate, and that is the reason they are found out there. The plants out there, they have got long tap roots which reaches the underground for water. The fleshy stems holds water, no leaves, and spines, you can say, sort of modified leaves and waxy surfaces to check the evaporation. Now, some of the vegetation plants and all you can find in deserts such as cactus, acacia, thorny bushes, and date, palm, or these are the common vegetation plants, crops. The animals which are found, those are also definitely adaptable to such type of climatic condition, and that is the reason they are being found there. The famous most popular animal of desert, camel, which is also called the ship of the desert, right? And there are also some other animals along with camel, like antelope, gazelles, wild asses, hares, rodent, desert foxes, lizards, snakes, hyenas. These are also found there. Next, we have the temperate desert. All right, the temperate desert we shall continue in the next class. So hopefully by next class this chapter will get over explanation, and after that I'll be sharing the notes along with you. So we'll keep it up to this much for the day. Please go through the text. That is very important. Okay, look for this chapter. I find more of the things to be taken note of, to be remembered, as because mainly it's filled with names, facts and figures and datas. Okay, so go through the chapter again and after. See you then all. Okay, God bless you. Study well.